Have you ever eaten more than you wanted to in a meal just because the food tasted so good, not knowing whether you're eating because you're actually hungry or just bored or wanting a distraction, or eaten food just because it's sitting there in front of you and how can you not? Regardless of your health and fitness goals, and even whether or not you have any health or fitness goals, everyone can benefit with what I'm going to talk about in this video today. The activities that I'm going to give you in this video are going to help you understand yourself and your body and treat your body a little bit better. By the way, this video should not be a substitute for medical advice. It's meant for educational purposes only. I would really recommend seeing a registered dietitian for your unique needs. So without further ado, let's get into it. We were all born with the ability to understand when we're hungry and understand when we're full. I mean, think about it. When you were babies, you cried if you were hungry and felt content and satisfied when you got your milk. But maybe because of other people telling us that we need to ignore or suppress our hunger, or that hunger is a bad thing, or maybe because we're just so busy at work or doing other things, we tend to forget about our hunger, or just actually learn over time how to suppress it because there are other more important things to take care of. The problem with that is that it can lead to a lot of stress, and your body will learn how to adapt. It can also, on the flip side, lead to more overeating in the long term, because if day in and day out we're not giving our body enough calories, enough protein, vitamins, and minerals, eventually, whether it's the next day or the day after, your body is going to want to catch up on all the calories and nourishment that it didn't get to eat, which can lead to overeating or eating really fast, or a craving for lots of fried, sweet, fatty foods in the next meal, and then maybe just feeling like crap. So I'm about to teach you how not to do that. Well, I've seen some of my clients get this right away, and I've seen others have no idea what I'm talking about, and it actually takes a lot of sessions to understand what this means in their body. So either way, that's completely normal, because like I said, we might have just learned not to pay attention to these things and therefore have to relearn a lot of these things. But to begin, I want you to take a screenshot of this hunger scale. Think of a level 0 or 1 like you are as starving as you've ever been. You might feel just weak or dizzy or irritable. Think of a 10 as stuffed as you've ever been. Maybe you even feel sick, nauseous, uncomfortable. By the way, this is a no judgment zone here. We are just literally learning about our bodies. Think about a level 7 as you're comfortably satisfied. You're content, you're not starving, you're not stuffed, you're not uncomfortable, but you're just content. And at this point, I'm gonna ask you to get out a sheet of paper and a pencil, or a whiteboard. I'm gonna do this with you on a whiteboard, because we're gonna do an activity right now. So pause this video and get out something to write with. You got everything? All right, let's do this. I want you now to write down 0 to 10 on a piece of paper, just like the hunger scale was, but we're just writing down the numbers 0 through 10. What does your body feel like when you're at a 0 on the hunger scale? So as hungry as you can imagine, what do you notice in your body? This stuff is very objective. It's going to be different for you as it is for me, but I want you to write down what physical and emotional sensations do you feel in your body when you're at a 0? What signs does your body give you when it's at a 10? So what are some physical, emotional, mental signs? Everything. What goes through your head? What goes through your stomach when you're at a 10? Now I want you to ask yourself, how do you feel right now? What is it in your body that made you choose that specific number? Don't get discouraged if you don't really know the answers to these questions. The point is not to be perfect and get this right away. Because like I said, maybe you've been taught to suppress your hunger and not listen to your body at all. Maybe you've been taught to only eat for external reasons, like it's dinner time, it's breakfast time, because the food is just sitting there, or because someone offers you a piece of cake or something and you can't say no. Over time, the more that you practice asking yourself, what level of hunger are you at on this hunger scale, the better you will get at it naturally. The real benefit and the results that you're gonna get is gonna come from outside of this video, actually practicing this within yourself. Don't click out of this video yet. Keep watching, because I have some important notes for you here. This should not turn into something that's super obsessive and you feeling like you have to be within this certain range every time you eat. That's gonna defeat the purpose of this reducing stress and anxiety. What is gonna help is just simply making a note of it. How did you feel? What do you think caused the overeating? Is it because the food just tasted so good? Is it because you were distracted? Did you maybe not eat enough the meal before? Simply keep practicing this non-judgmental awareness of your hunger levels. Because it happens, it's life. Like, I'll tell you that I have been practicing this for years, but the first year that I tried to practice this, I've often got to a 9 or a 10. But I did not beat myself up over it. I just made note of it, I was aware of it, I realized it, and then I moved on. I did not restrict myself the following day. If you eat to the point where you are feeling like crap about yourself, so you're stuffed, but then you try to punish yourself by restricting yourself and ignoring your hunger again, your body's gonna catch up to that, and it's gonna know and understand, oh, you're not giving me enough calories? Don't worry, I'm gonna make you hungry. I'm gonna make you think more about food, and eventually you're gonna have to eat. Or it will adapt and burn less calories at rest, which can slow down your metabolism and make it ultimately harder for you to lose weight. Now that I've practiced it for many years, I don't even remember the last time I got to a 9 or a 10 on the hunger scale. And I'm not saying that as like, oh, that's the goal. That's usually the outcome of practicing and giving yourself that space and non-judgmental attention to your hunger levels to just simply practice over and over and over. Not focus so much on I have to never get past a 7. This whole thing is just one small piece of the puzzle to a larger, bigger picture. Another part is dealing with emotional eating and food cravings. If you need help understanding that, definitely check out my previous video on food cravings and how to deal with them. We know that slowing down, paying attention to our body, being in the present moment, that this is all really good for our body, and that scarfing down food is not the best idea because that's not good for our digestion. But how do we actually slow down when it comes to eating? How can we, quote unquote, control ourselves? That is actually going to be my next video. So please do subscribe and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Until next time, stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you later. That's done. I can enjoy the rest of my sandwich. By the way, this is a just egg. You know that just egg? Tomatoes, onions, chili. They're so loud out there. Oh, it got over on my white shirt. Hey, when this happens. Clumsiest person ever. Oh, there we go. There we go. Crest is averted. You can't even tell. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's gonna be okay.